Hello, I'm Hannah and I'm going to talk to you today about our ball drop kit. This is a really useful kit for elementary all the way through high school, and you can do a lot of different math and science exercises with it. The concept of the kit is that you have this base piece which simultaneously will drop a ball straight down and shoot it horizontally. So it's a good way to talk about gravity at elementary school, get the students to predict what will happen, observe, and then explain it. And then as the students mature, you can, in middle school, have them start collecting data, and with that data, use it to explain the phenomenon. So with middle school, it's a really good chance for doing scatter plots. You can figure out the average speed by doing distance over time. You can graph both the vertical as well as horizontal displacement of the two balls and their action. And then in high school, you get a really good chance to talk about parabolic curves and vectors. And it's really fun, especially if you can do this at various heights, to compare the data and generate the data over different intervals. One of the useful things to do with this kit is actually have access to a slow motion camera so you can really see the kit in action as it works. So let's get started assembling it. The first thing you need to do is de-support the base piece. There are a series of supports along this bottom section that you can simply take pliers to remove. Once it's de-supported, simply take a rubber band and tie it in a knot to where it's about 1/3 on one side of the knot and 2/3 on the other side. Then take the large side and wrap it over both of these loops. Next, insert the push piece. You do so with the flat side first, and you slide it straight in, and then you take the rubber band with the knot and slip it right into that slot on the end. Finally, you take the release and you push it onto this little cylinder piece. It'll sort of snap into place. You can use it to rotate around and hold the push piece all the way over to the edge. Then, simply select which balls you'd like to use. We provide 3 different options, so you can print them in different weights and compare that data as well. Once you've chosen, simply set your ball drop kit up on the edge of a table or a box or off a balcony if you're trying to get some height. It's really nice if you can actually use 2nd and 3rd floor balconies to start graphing the acceleration due to gravity. Then you set one ball in the circle part and the second one on the smaller sort of tee, golf tee style on the other side, and then you rotate the release around and it'll drop both balls at the same time. You can also do this with the different weights to see the difference in horizontal displacement. Again, both balls hit at the same time, but the one that was traveling horizontal traveled farther. Now, if you really want to get your students thinking, you can challenge them to try and determine how a lighter and a heavier ball will fall in relation to each other. This is a good chance to talk about how the vector of gravity, the downward force of gravity, doesn't change. No matter what weight it's pushing, it will always bring the objects to the ground at the same time. We hope you enjoy using this kit. It's certainly an interesting one to start doing these observational experiments with, and then depending on your level, you can do some really interesting math and graphing with it as well. Have a spectacular day.